Chapter 5, Part 1, Beyond the Event Horizon. If up until now we've treated black holes as cosmic shredders, then in this final chapter, let's take a daring leap. What if there were a way to pass through one? What would happen? This is where science, philosophy, and imagination all sit at the same table, sipping coffee while arguing until dawn. First, a quick reminder: the event horizon is the invisible boundary around a black hole. Once you cross it, every escape route is gone. From a physics standpoint, no outside observer can ever know what's happening inside. To someone watching from afar, you'd appear frozen at the edge, while from your own perspective, you'd keep falling into the abyss. In short, the event horizon is like a one-way border crossing. You can enter, but you can never return. But the big question remains: what's inside? Some physicists believe you'd head straight into the singularity, the point where density is infinite and all the laws of physics break down. Sounds epic, but really, it just means you get squashed into quantum dust. Not very romantic. Others are more optimistic. Maybe a black hole isn't just a dead end, but a gateway through an interdimensional portal, a free ticket to the multiverse. The catch? No one has ever tested it, and no one's volunteering. There's also the hypothesis that a whole new world might exist. Inside, our universe itself could be the offspring of a black hole in another universe. In other words, our Big Bang might have been the big oops of a neighboring cosmos. It's an idea that's both. Test them, and no volunteer is lining up to dive in. But that's exactly why the mystery beyond the event horizon is one of the most tantalizing questions out there. It's part science, part philosophy, part unfinished symphony we can't stop wanting to hear to the end. In the next part, we'll dig deeper into the most mind-bending hypotheses, from black holes as bridges between universes to the idea that they may hold the key to the long-sought theory of everything. Chapter 5, Part 2, Black Holes and the Multiverse. If a black hole really could connect to somewhere else, the most tantalizing possibility is this: it might open a gateway to the multiverse. This isn't just the stuff of Marvel movies or Ice Guy anime. It's also a serious hypothesis debated in the scientific community. The basic idea goes like this: when a massive star collapses into a black hole, instead of simply creating a singularity that swallows everything, the process might trigger a new Big Bang in another universe. In other words, every black hole in our cosmos could be a womb that gives birth to a baby universe. And who knows, our own universe might just be the accidental offspring of a black hole in some neighboring cosmos. The Big Bang, long thought to be the beginning of everything, could be just a side event in an endless cosmic cycle. Some theoretical physicists, like Lee Smolin, have even proposed something called cosmological natural selection. According to this idea, universes that produce more black holes give rise to more offspring universes. Over time, the universe is best suited to generating black holes, perhaps with stable physical constants that even allow for life, would dominate. In other words, the multiverse itself might operate under a kind of natural selection, just like biology. It's both scientific and philosophical. Maybe we exist not because the universe was designed for life, but simply because we happened to end up in one of the universes fertile enough to support it. Of course, not everyone buys it. The biggest problem is we can't test it. If other universes really do exist inside black holes, then no information from them can ever escape back out for us to observe. That makes the multiverse hypothesis both thrilling and eyebrow-raising. Is it true science, or just sci-fi written in? We'll turn to another equally mind-bending hypothesis: black holes as the cosmic safes of the universe, where the deepest secrets, and perhaps the key to a theory of everything, might be locked away. Chapter 5, Part 3, Black Holes, the Safes of the Universe. If the idea of black holes as gateways to the multiverse is mind-bending, there's another hypothesis just as captivating. Black holes may be the safes of the universe, vaults that hold its deepest secrets. Why? Because everything that falls into a black hole seems to never truly disappear. True, from our perspective. Information vanishes beyond the event horizon, but many scientists argue that it must still exist, somehow encoded in ways we don't yet understand. If that's true, then black holes are like cosmic hard drives, storing the history of everything, from specks of dust and stars to civilizations that may once have existed. Stephen Hawking himself admitted that the information paradox kept him awake for years. If black holes really destroy information, then quantum mechanics, the golden framework of modern physics, collapses. But if information is preserved in some form, then black holes might hold the key to uniting quantum mechanics with general relativity, the holy grail of science known as the theory of everything. Some physicists suggest that the information swallowed by a black hole could be imprinted on its event horizon, forming a kind of cosmic hologram. This is the holographic principle. Everything inside a black hole is fully described on its surface. If Matrix-style theories. So, studying black holes isn't just about understanding dead stars. It could unlock the greatest question of all. What is reality? Is the universe we live in real? Or are we just part of an immense hologram written in quantum code? In the next part, we'll approach the final stop of our journey, the boldest speculations about what lies beyond the black hole, where science brushes up against fiction, and where philosophy, physics, and culture weave together in a mysterious symphony. Chapter 5, Part 4, Beyond the Black Hole, the Border Between Science and Fiction. If black holes are the universe's safes, then the next obvious question is, what lies beyond the locked door? And this is where theories begin to cross the boundary of physics, stepping into the realm of science fiction, philosophy, and humanity's strangest dreams. One optimistic hypothesis suggests that the other side of a black hole isn't an ending, but a beginning. Perhaps you'd pass through a wormhole and reappear somewhere else in the universe. A kind of instant teleportation, though the ticket price might be your life if you're not properly prepared. In this scenario, black holes act like hidden train stations, linking cosmic hallways humanity has never traveled. Some scientists propose something even wilder. The other side of a black hole could be an entirely separate universe, distinct from the one we know. There, physical constants might differ, time might flow differently, and even the concept of matter could be unrecognizable. Horizon is inevitably crushed at the singularity. Game over. No wormhole, no parallel universe, no mysterious journey, just annihilation. Harsh, yes, but this grim picture fits neatly with the rigidity of current physics. What makes black holes so fascinating is exactly this contradiction. They can be both tombs and doors, sources of despair and seeds of hope. For every answer science provides, imagination spins out 10 new questions. And that's why what lies beyond the black hole remains one of the most alluring mysteries, drawing in not only theoretical physics, but also existential philosophy, culture, and even in the human heart. Chapter 5, Part 5, The Triumphant Song of Darkness. After a long journey, from the dusty equations of the 18th century to fiery scientific debates, from ancient myths to modern blockbusters, black holes have proven that they are more than just astrophysical phenomena. They are mirrors reflecting humanity's intellect, curiosity, fears, and ambitions. In science, black holes stand at the frontier of knowledge, where quantum mechanics collides with general relativity, and where the information paradox challenges both Einstein and Hawking. In philosophy, they embody nothingness and the limits of thought, forcing us to face our smallness and finiteness. In art and culture, they've become multifaceted symbols, abysses that devour, but also wells of inspiration for metaphors of love, loneliness, or rebirth. Black holes captivate us not only because of their scientific mysteries, but also because of their exquisite paradox. They symbolize endings, yet at the same time they ignite countless beginnings. Beginnings of theories, of philosophies, of dreams not yet born. Perhaps centuries from now, humanity still won't have crossed a black hole, but that hardly matters. Their mere existence is enough to spark imagination, to push us to keep asking questions, and to remind us that the universe holds endless unknowns. Black holes, instead of being full stops, turn out to be ellipses, opening into an infinite story. And so, our journey reaches its close. Through mysteries beyond the black hole, we haven't just explored a cosmic phenomenon, we've explored ourselves. a small species that nonetheless dares to reach for the infinite. We've traveled together through a 5-chapter journey, from thorny equations to wild dreams of science fiction, from profound philosophies to memes that made us laugh out loud. And as the story closes, we realize a black hole is not just a physical phenomenon. It is a tale the universe wrote to challenge humanity's imagination. Black holes teach us that sometimes it is within darkness that light is revealed. They force us to confront limits, only so we can break past them. They remind us that endings can also be beginnings. And above all, they show that even though humans are small in the vast cosmos, we carry a special power. The courage to ask, to dream, and to step into the unknown. We may never cross through a black hole, nor unravel its final secret. But that doesn't make the story any less wonderful. It is precisely the mystery that compels us to keep looking up at the sky, to keep listening for the silent music of the cosmos, and to keep writing new chapters of imagination. And so, when you close this book, or click away from the YouTube video, the black hole is still there, silently spinning in the cosmos. A reminder that darkness is not a full stop. It is an ellipsis, opening onto a journey that each of us, in our own way, is still writing. Thank you for coming along. Until we meet again on another journey where the universe whispers to us a new secret.